dumb. He above barely average. Opinion ass.
Bro, you know in China, and I believe Japan as well, the people that run the country is like the engineers, the smart people,
Yeah, not to see average students.
not the C average people. It's don't it, and then you see how nice Japan is and shit like that, how cool shit is over there, and despite them having system,
And America's run by the C average people like George Bush and Donald Trump.
Do they?
And people like Anton Daniels.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, listen, bro, this
I don't
Republican
think Donald
wave
Trump
is
had
not
a C
it.
average though. I think that nigga was like a D. He was dumb to the motherfucker. He just paid his way through school.
That shit. Yes, you said it right. I don't even know. I'm trying to interject. You can't make this shit up. That's all I really needed to say. Bro, that house ain't that. The house ain't that nice. All right. The house slave shit. That ain't a cool lifestyle either, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool because the one nigga that make it, then all the other niggas is crying. So that's just how it go. And he's the one nigga that made it, so he's gonna shine his little nigga badge. And I love the white man. The white man did right by me.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, he did. The white man didn't get my way. Those white men over there told that you was our victim, that you don't want to work hard for yours.
But yeah, jokes aside though, bro. Today we're gonna be talking a little bit about this whole Corey Holcomb situation, man. It's basically been the rave of the week from what you've seen so far. Because we're not really gonna be getting too far into like the altercation itself. We're gonna be talking about the conversation like that led up to it in this part, you know, in this video. You feel me? But as far as the altercation itself, you think who you think held it down? Like, what would you have done different? Like that type of conversation. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I would have slapped him. I feel like, you know, they were both trying to put on a little show to a certain extent. I mean, I probably would have slapped him.
Like,
That's just me, because I have a...
on camera though, Chief?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, hey man, hey, just cut the mic. The Anton, what you talking about? Why you cut the mic off for? Just like that. Well, you wouldn't even say nothing.
Sure. I was just when I got that close, and he would have said when he told him to suck the dick with these people right now. Suck a, you know.
Yeah.
And he didn't say it again. He kept beating around. I would have slapped fired him. I swear I would have slapped fired him because he think this shit is a game. You know what I'm saying? And he think he really tough. Like he really think he tough. So those type of people you gotta touch them sometimes. But you just use words with him because then he gonna get away like I would have beat you. But you wouldn't though, bro. You wouldn't. Like, you know, you talking about go out back. Man, we gonna squabble right here, right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he don't want the embarrassment to get your ass beat on camera.
Yeah.
Or whatever the case may be. He's worried about the camera. I don't even care about the camera. I'm just worried about you.
So that's why you saying he tried to leave the room and all that shit.
Yeah.
And I you know, that's the and I've been hearing a lot of different takes on this. A lot of people saying, okay, he didn't go outside though. And then the other people's like, oh well, he could have said, but he didn't say, you know, suck my dick again though.
Yeah, he didn't.
So what you
Because he bitched up in that moment. Real niggas, you supposed to say it again with your chest. When niggas say that, hey, you supposed to say it again. But he was also, I'm gonna respect you. I'm gonna respect you. Yeah, because he felt the energy of that man. Say it. Because that's gonna be his switch. He's controlling himself to that one moment that when in his brain, when he said, I'm gonna have to show him that I ain't know, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, man. So what you think about the people that's trying to say, but he didn't go outside. He bitched out because he didn't go outside though.
You didn't have to go outside, nigga. We gonna fight right here. That's the problem. The fight happens anywhere. Nobody said, let's go outside. Hey, niggas gonna get put through walls, like through tables. It happens. Like, if you're gonna really fight, it's gonna happen right there. There ain't gonna be no walk outside, like, no, I punch you in the back of your head.
Like that, like, you know, all the time, Chief, like, and that's the thing too though. And cause you know, we talked about this before, but my thing is like this, like the way I was kind of taught, you know what I'm saying, in the past, somebody step in my face in an aggressive aura, you know, in an aggressive manner, I'm not supposed to take, I don't take risks like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not taught to take, we're taught not to take risks like that. You step in my trigrams, you feel me? Mm-hmm. I'm supposed to do something to defend myself, you know what I'm saying? Now, upon further investigation, trying to find out what I would do would have been illegal. You know what I'm saying? So I would have called an assault charge. But what I did kind of found out was, you know, if this thing were to happen, you know, in the future for me or like that, I probably would have just found some way to gain distance, gain space. But if the person would have pursued that space, then I would have, did something about that. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's only so much space you're gonna give before somebody before you get out to accept that somebody has ill intent on you. You know what I'm saying? You will be protected. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, as far as but I don't know, like a lot of people just seem to be choosing sides. I feel like, and just because we from Chicago, don't necessarily mean that we taking Corey's side. There's other reasons why I'm taking Corey's side as well on top of this. But yeah, man. But in this anyway, that we did enough talking about around the situation. Important to this conversation we have today, y'all. There was a big conversation that happened before then, and I think that a lot of people, if left just what it was, are gonna just because I'm gonna roll with like a lot of the points that went unaddressed. And in this conversation, we're gonna address some of those points that was made by Anton Daniels. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, and just I don't know. We ain't got time. I don't know, bro. We in the higher time. This is like one of the most craziest times in like my lifetime. Honestly, this president is fucking doing the fucking most. And the last thing we need is a black dude trying to tell the world, you know what I'm saying, that that the shit that we're gonna debunk right now. You feel me? Sure, what he said. Slavery always existed. What do you think is what do you think is the difference between American chattel slavery and slavery that existed all over the world? You aware of that? Like what kind of happened? How they slavery was practiced across the world?
I mean, it was the level of cruelty. I mean, they had slaves in other places, but our endurement was just a little bit different than everybody else's. You know, niggas didn't make shoes out of you, didn't eat you. You know, it was a little different. But I heard about the Muslim slave trade about the white women, how they used to do the white women. Yeah, they had their little moment, but they was a little bit deserving because they was over there fucking with the people. So yeah, it kind of happened. You know what I'm saying? They were more prisoners of war. And that's the difference between us. You know, we were prisoners of no war. So it was more.
And he's over there calling the capitalism all this shit. Like, no, like how they did it over there. Yeah, it was prisoner of war type situation where there was an alternation that happened and there was a conquering that.
Nation lost and you take,
You know what I'm saying?
And then after a while, you can work your way into society, not be a slave, and do all the other shit. But that wasn't happening.
In chattel slavery, your children were born into slavery.
And I mean, they had actual breeding camps. Like it wasn't like how they show you in movies. Like the slaves make a baby. No, they really had breeding camps, and they used to make sons and have sexual relations with their mothers, all types of things, and breeding to make a certain type of breed of slave.
So I think we both just described what the problem was in slavery. Like, hey, he says he don't see what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? And I think we laid out perfectly fine perfectly well how there was a big problem with American chattel slavery.
This whole thing is you don't see the problem is because it's always been. So something's always been. It's not really wrong, but it is wrong. It's just.
First of all, slavery is always gonna be wrong. But like what American chattel slavery was different than what we seen in recorded history. You know what I'm saying? Again, for the reasons especially you laid out. You know what I mean? So. Pause it anytime you want to, by the way.
Racism is not inherent in anybody. It has to be bred into you. Not inherent, because people back then wasn't racist. It just got racist when white people started seeing what other things was going on, and they developed racism and brought that shit to the world. It wasn't like that. People met other people, and I guess they cooperated and did good business without no problems. White people put all the little. I mean, I think white people made all the racial slurs, if I'm not mistaken. But,
every single one of them.
But I may be wrong with that though. But racism is not in everybody. You're not just born to. It's inbred into you to dislike something. Because if we didn't have such a bad history of white people, we wouldn't have a level of disdain for them.
It's like our racism, right? If you want to call it that, which I don't. It is a response to like their systemic and structured racism. You feel me?
That's not even racism. That's just common reaction. You hate me, so I have to respond this way. I'm not going to be nice to you because you hate me. That doesn't even make sense.
I mean, what they did to our forefathers is like laid the groundwork to all of our problems we have today. Especially if you understand that money pretty much controls America. You feel me? Capital runs this motherfucker. And when you go up, we had a 400 plus year being held behind. Mm-hmm. 200 of them years was absolutely no income whatsoever. Okay.
Like we try to tell black people, man, you really running free in this motherfucker about a good 60 years where you can really just do what you need to really do.
Yeah. I don't know why this stuff's so hard to people to understand.
I don't know if it makes sense, but yeah, go ahead.
I mean, so like, he's really like referencing Anthony Johnson. Mm-hmm. He was basically one of the.
I mean, for a black man to be Anthony Johnson had to be slaved by a white man because his name was Anthony Johnson.
That's a good. But he was Angolian, by the way. But still.
But Anthony Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, I got nothing.
That's a Mongolian name, Anthony Johnson.
Yeah, I could not tell you how he got the name.
So right, that don't even make sense. Like even in the story, who even made this fucking story up? Didn't even think about he named a Mongolian nigga Anthony Johnson. He's supposed to be a free nigga too. Mama gave him the name Anthony. Fucking Anthony.
Of all things, yeah.
In Mongolia, if he's supposed to be from Mongolia, but yeah. Hey man, you gotta ask questions like that.
Well, story has it, right?
Crazy story, man.
Crazy story has it that again he was an indentured servant, you know what I'm saying, to earn his freedom, and then he purchased an indentured servant, and then 7 years past his the contract's expiration, mm-hmm. he still held on to him, mm-hmm. right? But he sued, and then he actually earned that man's servitude for the rest of his life, actually. Mm-hmm. So, like, and I think Anton Daniels, I think he resonates really well with people like that because of the mind frame he has. Like this Anthony Johnson.
I mean, he named one nigga.
I just named one person, but he's talking about like the first slave. He's not gonna name.
But that's the point, right? First slavers in America were white people. That wasn't niggas because they said we wasn't here, right? So how the fuck we become the first slave owners here? Especially when they wasn't letting people migrate here like that.
Yeah, you gotta ask them that shit.
I'm just saying it's the hole in the story for you. Whoever wrote this shit, who became like, let's think about it. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's think about it. How could that truly be truly true? Especially when they looked at black people a certain way. I don't give a fuck if you earned your freedom. They never give a fuck about when you earned it back then. They look at your paper sometime, they'll rip that shit up in your fucking face and whoop your bitch ass and enslave you again. So what the fuck? The papers didn't, like that paper didn't save you, nigga, and then they gave you the ability to own a slave. Now I heard about, certain people having slaves and the black slave masters better than the other ones, but that was like such a small group of people. I didn't really even believe it though.
You need to know this too is about those people. Most of those people, they purchased their own family members to protect them
from being enslaved again because they couldn't be free. Yeah. So it's kind of like they say, it's context in everything you say, and that's the context in that. You know what you're trying to say.
So he's trying to use that. He's trying to use a story without the context to create a narrative.
Because since he doesn't know who the fuck he's talking about, I got the nigga. But see, when somebody knows what the fuck is going on, and at the end of the day, his name was Anthony Johnson.
Let's not forget this shit is on the
name is Anthony Johnson. I'm just saying.
Yeah, facts. And we just, we debunked that already, right? It's like, yes, slavery did exist in other places, but it wasn't American chattel slavery. Like, let's be real about it.
I mean, Indians didn't enslave other Indians. They never had no slave culture. Native Americans never had no slave culture. Now, Aztecs, on the other hand, are a little different. But Native Americans, no.
Okay. Oh, that shit, then. There you go. I appreciate. That's why you on the show. You know what I'm saying? So he just contradicted himself. He just said that they haven't experienced real racism. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what fake racism is, but black people definitely experience racism in this nation.
He's talking about when
even
niggas getting hit with bricks and sprayed with water hose and ass beat. Like, we didn't experience that, but sometimes you can experience that depending on what side of town you're on. You'll get your ass beat and they will spit at you, they'll throw shit at you. They do all type of shit. The police will follow you all the way to your house. That's levels of racism.
It was like the 2000s when Oak Lawn was like was what it was.
Oak Lawn is still Oak Lawn to this day.
Oh, well, my bad.
Just when the lights go out, that's when they come outside.
So it sounds like there's some still. Listen, man, we can kind of put levels to racism and all this shit if they really want to, but like. Why? Like, do you really need to like segment? Okay, y'all didn't experience that. Y'all wasn't sprayed by water hoses. Y'all didn't have y'all towns burned down to the ground. Y'all wasn't put in chains. Like, do we really got to go through all of that stuff to validate our experiences?
We still went through forms of level of Jim Crow with the school systems, though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like he said, it wasn't like what they, but we still went through levels of certain racism and less funding in schools to make black people dumber. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just the truth in the nature, folks. Niggas get old books like it's just, it is what it is, but it did happen. He just acting like it didn't happen to us. Like, it happened to, at least it happened to us. And, I mean, I don't know about the newer generation. They probably having it with these new type of charter schools because they just replace public schools with charter schools trying to say they better, but they say charter schools really is the same shit. It's just a nicer word of saying a more fucked up school. So, I mean, I don't know. So...
Charter schools took a mean straight right now, but yeah, joke aside though, man. I don't know. I'm definitely not with this whole segmentation of racism, bro. If black folks went through some shit, and it may, even though it wasn't as extreme as our forefathers, the fact that we have to go through it anyway is still problematic in and of itself. That we have to. I'm not going to go through the whole line of the things that we have to put in place to reverse some of that, and then just to see them take that shit right back away. You saw the 300,000 black women lose their jobs because Trump wanted to end some programs and shit like that. So, man, this whole I don't even have to get started with this. Or this part is just so easy debunkable, bro. Just ask yourself ask Google how to have black people experience slavery in America, and then that should clear all that shit up. I don't have to. We ain't gotta explain all this shit. Man. It's not even all that important. Why do you think that is?
Because it's your environment.
Why we even have to bring some shit like that up?
I mean, because they're trying to say there's no real reason to be scared of white people. We're not scared of white people on a more of a physical nature to some extent, because most of them are cowards. But a group of them will try to attack you. They get strong in numbers because they're weak when they're by themselves. But when they're in numbers, that gives them courage to attack you because they're scared of you. So
yeah, and we definitely see we see those those marching with the mask on, with the Nazi flags and all this stuff, and then we see. I mean, we've heard about the brother that was hung in Jackson, Mississippi, and stuff like that after Charlie passed and all of this stuff. Like, yeah, what you said definitely has some is definitely evident today. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. It's but yeah, for him to just try to pass, I don't know. This whole coon narrative shit is just out of control for me, bro. But like him trying to say this. Trying to say, oh yeah, you got to worry about niggas more. You got to worry about white people. Okay, yeah, step in the sun.
I mean, you have to worry about both. I mean, it's just in different elements.
Step into a white neighborhood, see how they follow you around and ask you where you from.
Yeah, like this. And some may get aggressive with you, and some may not. But that depends on the person. He just said the likelihood of more aggression, and that's not really true, bro. I live in a black neighborhood. I don't get attacked by black people every day. That's never happened to me every day. You may get into a few altercations in your life, but that's with anything in life. You're going to get into some type of altercation. He's trying to make it seem like you're going to die by a nigga every day you walk outside. You can do that in the white neighborhood. They die by their own people too.
Oh, you don't? Oh, for real?
So,
how do you, whatever do you mean? I mean, what do you mean white people are the biggest enemies of white people? How?
Just like any other race, Mexicans fight Mexicans, Puerto Ricans fight Puerto Ricans.
Chinese, Japanese got a whole yakuza over there, a whole organized crime.
So everybody does that, but he's just trying to make it seem like, you know, and it's just the way he's trying to trick the narrative and create a narrative. If you don't understand things, you can fall for that narrative. A lot of ignorant black people fall for that narrative. Yeah, because they're scared of their own people. I mean, you're just scary. You know, you're just scared of people that look like you, but you're scared of white people too. Or you may just make think you're superior to white people. You think you can beat them up, think they're all cowards, but you know, you're just more scared of black people.
I think there was a video out there that he didn't want to show no smoke from the white dude that was causing a lot of grief. And he was by himself too.
Yeah, he was by himself. He was talking to him crazy, you know, and he was calm. He didn't tell him to suck a dick.
He so didn't.
He didn't, right? He talked to the white man with manners. Because he knew he was a white man, and white man got a little bit more privilege than him, so I'm gonna play it cool. But when black people, see, that's the point. You know that it's no consequences from harming another black person, but he knows because it's embedded in his coon nigga mind that if I hurt this white person, I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna mess up my money. But I can slap the shit out of a nigga. We can fight a nigga. Ain't shit gonna happen if I fight a black man. But if I fight this old white dude and he may say who he really is, he may be telling the truth, this may be some consequences. So I'm gonna be cool with Master. I'm just gonna laugh it off and I'm gonna be a little cordial with him versus I'll be with my counterpart. I mean, not your counterpart, but somebody that look like you.
Because bro, if it had been anybody, had it been somebody like me and you or him,
yeah, he would have bugged up.
He would have turned that phone off, and then he would have
turned the phone off. He probably still would have did the phone, but he would have did a little bit more show.
He would have did with a camera off.
He would have got a show, and then he probably would have put it down, set it up, and tried to, squabble to show his fans, I'll beat that nigga up. I told you, Anton, I'm from the D. You know what I'm saying? But when it came to the white man, I'm just rich and I got a Porsche. I'm not from the D.
Whole time. All right, let's keep going, bro. Okay. First of all, I think you go to Chinatown, those aren't just Chinese people that live there.
Yeah, they all fuck each other because they know they're in the foreign land. We got to rock together because we more closer than them.
So what the fuck you talking about?
Because he's stupid. But he's the one probably talking about over there because it's still segregated to a certain extent. know what I'm saying? But they're different in certain places like Singapore and shit like that. It's not like that all around. He's just naming like the rural areas. Rural areas are the rural areas. That's how it is, just like it is in America. It's still the same fucking rural areas. Same shit. So he just, you know.
But yeah, it's safe to say that not all, right, obviously. But it's like, why would you even bring something like that up? There's plenty of black people that don't fuck with other black people, 1,000%. But there's names for people like them. But there's also better, more positive names for people, like us that will do business with. I mean,
Africans don't fuck with Haitians. Asians don't fuck. Africans don't fuck with black people. Jamaicans don't fuck with Haitians, and Jamaicans don't fuck with American niggas. Jamaicans don't fuck with Africans. The same goddamn shit. The Senegal niggas don't fuck with Nigerian niggas. Zimbabwe niggas, they have they beefs like any other thing. Yeah. They were all fucking tribes. Them niggas literally fought all the fucking time. They did all that shit. They didn't like. Come on, man. So.
Like I don't know. I don't understand when niggas try to do this whole I'm not black, I'm Chris. Just like how you just said. Like first of all, and I've been having a real big problem with this like thing that people seem to get confused. You're like Christian, and like when somebody asks you what are you, okay, you can call yourself Christian, but if they're referring to your ethnicity, what the fuck you gonna say then? If they're referring to your race, what they see you as.
Don't believe into that, but
you got no choice. But
that's the point, though. He does believe in race because he believes what he's doing is helping the black race. But when you ask him, is he a black man? Is it no? I'm Christian. No, bitch, nigga, you a black man because before you're born, before you even find a religion in your life, you're born what you are, a man, a black man, or whatever you want to call yourself. That's what you are. You're that first, and then the other shit after.
So yeah, let's go with like. Let's not go with subjective things and go with objective things. Mm-hmm. Objectively, yes, you were black before you was Christian because you that's what you was born as before you made that decision to be baptized. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
he wants to use his religion to hide behind his ideology. Yeah. To say the ignorant shit he say because he believes this is what God would say.
I believe.
But that's not what God doesn't even teach the dumb shit you niggas say.
No.
But y'all, everybody likes to twist the word in their own way, and that's the problem. So
I agree. So it's so fucking stupid. Like, yes, they're different, but that don't mean they don't fuck with each other. Like, what are you talking about, nigga?
They do business with each other.
So fucking dumb. That's damn stupid. Why is that even a question for me? For me, it's like, okay, yes.
All I would have said is the Jews. That's why we do it. We want to emulate wealth and build, and understand. That's why we do it. We're going to keep the money circulating among themselves because at the end of the day, like you said, they don't fuck with other people, so they keep their money circulating among themselves, creating equity and because he believes in what's the word community building, like with the money
group economics.
Group economics, yeah. So he likes to say, I believe in. So then, what the fuck are you talking about? So therefore, you're contradicting yourself. Why should I fuck with you because you black? Because I thought we was practicing group economics, nigga. See, this is different when a person that watches you and hear the dumb shit you say. 1 minute you say you for the niggas, then next when the man asks you, is you black? I'm a Christian. But the other day you were just, I'm confused, brother.
Yeah. Remember what you just say right there? Best ways about the group economics. That's gonna come back up. That's gonna come right back up. So remember that you said that about group economics and him not want to feel like he black and all of this shit. Let's keep going.
And then the definition of how you define black is based off of something that a white man gave to you.
So damn stupid, bro. But it's still ethnicity. Like, imagine, yes, ethnicity is more encompassing than your skin pigmentation. But still, that's when somebody look at you, yes, still the first thing you're gonna see, or the first thing you're gonna see is like your skin complexion, and then maybe they'll upon maybe some further investigation, a little bit, they look at your face and maybe attribute you to like maybe attribute your bone structure to maybe one of the African nations or something like that. They'll further define your ethnicity. The first thing you're gonna see is your goddamn race, for starters. But yes, your ethnicity is very much so a part of your identity. And he's gonna have to embrace that eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, bro. White people, I know Caucasian people that have looked at me and threw me licks. I'm from Detroit. Chicago is very segregated. I knew nothing about Caucasian people until I moved to Los Angeles.
I'm sorry, I don't even want to pause it right here. But you see how you try to match him, like one up in a little bit,
I'm
back in
from
that
the
Detroit
D.
shit.
I mean, but he's not really from the D like that. But yeah, it's whatever, man. Niggas is weird.
Study that boy. I think Corey didn't catch on to that because he was too busy laughing. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody tell you they studied you before they stop your podcast, that should open up some possibilities over here. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, you watch some videos and you built up a narrative what you think you're gonna run with, and but he knows him too. He studied him too.
Yeah.
Studied each other. That's why he has this animosity for him, because he heard the shit he said out of his mouth.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, well, I definitely gonna say who studied who more. Don't get me wrong now, but like Anton Daniels, I think you get a pretty good. I ain't gonna do all that. No,
I mean, Corey's no offense to him or nothing, but he's a simple, big nigga from Chicago, and niggas get offended easily. He know he can, and he's very passionate. Passionate people are very sensitive, so they're easy to trigger. So he knows how to trigger him, and then he can make him look crazy. So that's what some people do. They throw their hand and act like a victim. Bro, you the one doing all the yelling and getting all violent. I'm trying to use my words. You know what I'm saying? But so he just know how to trigger people.
Gotcha. Okay. Just go ahead and skip ahead a little bit.
Just to go back to the Republican plantation.
I was just gonna.
He just want us to go from one plantation to another plantation.
Bro,
Never talking about no freedom.
And bro, that house ain't that. The house ain't that nice. All right. The house slave shit, that ain't cool lifestyle either, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool because the one nigga that make it, then all the other niggas is crying. So that's just how it go. And he's the one nigga that made it, so he's gonna shine his little nigga badge. And I love the white man. The white man did right by me.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, he did. The white man didn't get my way. Those white men over there told that you was our victim, that you don't want to work hard for yours.
But yeah, jokes aside though, bro. We ain't, bro. Check this out, man. There's a whole lot of niggas out here that want to talk about like this Flip Chicago Red and Black MAGA and all these niggas want to be at the.
Niggas sound like a condom rapper.
You know what'd you say?
Black MAGA.
Okay, Black Magnum. So, but yeah, man, that shit ain't the movie either, bro. Politics are supposed to work in your favor. You know what I'm saying? And if you have to find, you gotta find a politician that speaks to you the best. And Republicans ain't that. You know, I don't care who you think you is. If you a business owner and you want to save some taxes, okay, that makes some sense. But your whole family might need like some services that Democrats are kind of fighting for. You know what I'm saying? Like these Republicans don't like what's that nigga name? Charlie Kirk, I think he said that he don't care for school lunch, free school lunch. Talking about like what because they don't think they should have to pay for shit like that. I'm like, okay, well that's fine, bitch. But like, how about we help the kids that's in need?
Anton, just a clarifying question. What about, are you comparing racism with prejudice? Is it, do you think black people...
Yeah, because he doesn't even know what the word really means. and I want to see how he spend it. Because black people can't be racist. He can only be prejudiced. But continue on.
For sure.
Can't make this shit up.
No.
He don't even know what the fuck the word means. but this the nigga y'all love. And he tell y'all he's a C student all the time. And y'all niggas listen to a C student. That'd be the problem. The C don't mean common sense. It mean he dumb. He above barely average opinion ass.
Bro, you know in China, and I believe Japan as well, the people that run the country is like the engineers, the smart people.
Yeah, not to see average students.
Not to see average people. Don't it, and then you see how nice Japan is and shit like that, how cool shit is over there, and despite them having system.
And America's run by the see average people like George Bush and Donald Trump.
Do they?
People like Anton Daniels.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, listen, bro, this Republican wave is not it.
Average, though. I think that nigga was like a D. He was dumb to the motherfucker. He just paid his way through school.
That shit. Yes, you said it right. I don't even know why I'm trying to interject. You can't make this shit up. That's all I really needed to say.
No, that's not the fucking argument, nigga. That is the definition of the word. See, guys, that's not an argument. That's what the word means. It meant that forever. That's words are written older than you.
Yeah, man. I mean, let's
see. But he's saying it's the argument. Racism already. Y'all just was using the fucking word wrong.
It's literally in the definition. It's literally in the dictionary right now. You know what I'm saying? I've been pulling it up.
About the argument. That's not the. We're not debating over what racism means.
No, we just let you know what the fuck the word means. Cause like you're absolutely right, bro.
White people don't get access to certain schools and
The main way that they need to be empowered to be racist, to be quite honest. That's what I was gonna say. That's the argument that black people need.
It's not the argument.
It's like. But you see what he's doing. You see what he's doing though. It's like he's constantly trying to devalue like the argument.
We make the dictionary, nigga. We read from the dictionary like everybody else.
Yeah,
but
bro.
you saying that's the argument that we are trying to make. We're making that argument because you're using the fucking word wrong because you want to say the word prejudice. You're prejudiced. You're not racist. You're prejudiced. But the reason y'all like to say racist because it just sounds a little better. The hard R, just like in nigger, it just gets you going. It just gets you going. So that's why you like to say it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. All right, let me. I can't add none of that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You can't be racist if you can't actually have an impact on another group of people. So it's supposedly sustainable. It's false. I just seen a guy that used to be the president of the United States of America that wanted to become the president of the United States of America for the second time, almost get everything taken away from him. Literally. And he was basically being taken down by black people. Kamala Harris, Letitia James, who was the, in New York, Fani Willis, down in Georgia. All of those are black women, specifically that met with Kamala Harris months before they actually started this campaign during the Biden administration. And it's so funny to me because then I have to ask myself the question, well, listen, if this is a construct, and if it's all about white people, and all of the energy is going towards a person that black people fucked with before he actually ran for president of the United States of America, but we champion Barack Obama.
All right, so let's start right there before even. I'm not gonna talk about the Obama shit. He's putting all of that. This. Do you know what all had to go into putting those 34 counts on Donald Trump's name? There's a lot of people involved in that process, and it wasn't just the fucking black women.
I know.
What, like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, the problem was he's acting like he didn't do nothing. The dude was a fucking criminal. I mean,
And then there's that part of the conversation.
he literally got pardoned for his crimes. But you're trying to say he didn't do nothing, and people were just bullying him because he was white.
You know what I heard a dude say to defend that whole 34 count shit? He said, "Oh, but they're all appealed." Do they know? Like, I don't understand.
That just means you're still guilty.
These are C average. The party is being ran and fully funded and supported by C and D average students.
We're just gonna let you get away with it.
Because you're the fucking president.
That's all that it said. It doesn't mean that you were innocent of those crimes. It means you did everything the fuck you said in those papers, but we aren't gonna do anything to you because you were the president. So people are crazy, man.
Man, let me find out this. So, what's that? What's the name of those that satellite shit that Elon Musk owns?
Starlink.
Let me find out there's some weird shit going on with that Starlink and them votes, bro.
About 16,000 of them in the sky. Never know what they can do.
Bro, and we found out with all the things, man. I ain't finna get too far into. All I'm gonna say is that I really don't need. People don't really seem to understand. Like, the dumber America is, the worse it is gonna be for black people. You know what I'm saying? We need people to be really, really smart.
That's why the people with the C average grade leaders are running the world.
Goddamn.
They're showing that you can be dumb as possible.
And you know the funny part about it for me is they always talking about common sense. We got to get back to common sense. This, common sense this, common sense that. I'm like, no, you know what? I think we don't need your type of common sense. I think your common sense don't really work that well. You know what I mean?
Sense. I mean, they just talking about that with the sexual shit because the transgender that, and they just trying to bleed that into everything because we only wanted to understand that part, so we just smarted everybody because no, we understand that shit too on this side. It's just these motherfuckers want to go too far with it.
Man, my thing is I think most things take a lot of critical thought, especially when you balancing budgets and balancing keeping your foreign affairs on a relatively steady basis and stuff like that. And we don't see a lot of that come from Donald Trump, especially looking at these the way he handled these terrorists. He's terroristing fucking penguins, bro. Penguins.
That's all he did to the birds. That's all he did. Yeah.
So let's keep it going on, man.
Not me. No.
Oh wait. Yes. Oh yeah.
Take yourself out of it. We talking about the culture. It may not necessarily be you individually, but we as a culture fuck with him. Barack Obama and his wife.
Is he behind? Is he late to the party? I think there was a big wave when he was first out, but like lately he just came out saying like, hey, I don't see a lot of support from the black men as for Kamala Harris, and then black men got on his ass. Roland Martin got on his ass about that shit. So like, what him talking about? Oh, as a culture, we fuck with. I'm like, I think you just don't. As much as he say he interacts with black people, I don't think he don't really seem to talk to the black people enough about politics.
He's talking about the media. I mean, it was a strong media front to make it look like black. Because he's talking about the rappers, the entertainers, everybody. He's talking about today though. That's kind of dead now. He still has this following the niggas that are dumb because you have some black people that understood that he didn't do shit for us, but be smooth, say some cool ass lines, and all he did was help gay people. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it was. The other black people don't know what he, other shit he's done. They understand that he did things to help all people, and we benefited. Like, that's what most Democrats do. They do things to help all people to a certain extent, certain groups of people a little bit more than others, like they always done, just like Republicans do. But black people seem to benefit from those things. It trickles down the way down to us. Do we solely benefit from any of those things just for ourselves? No. But we do benefit from the policies and the things they have done and certain things that Barack Obama has done. But we just didn't like that he was just so focused on the LGBT community. That was his biggest push. But that was his biggest push because there was a lot of gay people at the time and he wanted those votes. You know what I'm saying? Republicans didn't care about, nobody cared about the gay vote. You see what I'm saying? And that's why he did what they did. And gay people make a lot of money. So lobbyists is the thing. You pay for what you want, and that's just how it goes.
I mean, the thing is, bro, like, people need to understand, like, it's literally illegal after the civil rights bill and in the 14th Amendment that it's literally illegal to create legislation that solely and only benefits one race. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Now we can come out with, we can do things that disproportionately assist black people, but everybody else is got to get in on that as well. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So for everybody to be so pigeonholing Barack Obama to doing something only for black people is just legally impossible because of what
Trump gave white man reparations. I mean, because he felt if they can prove that they was discriminated against because you didn't get a job because of DUI or a black person had that position over you, you can file for those lawsuits and sue those companies.
I mean, Asian people can apply for those things as well. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that qualifies, but it wasn't only for one race.
I mean, they literally say white man when they promote that. Now, I'm just telling you how they promote the bill. They say white man do that. I've never heard them say Asians or anybody else in that. If that's true, other people can do it. So that's cool. I didn't know. So that's probably how they got the bill passed. But are they going to allow Asians to do that? No.
All right, well, okay, listen. If they start, okay, hold on. So if they
That's just like loopholes in words. Yeah, we gonna say that, but we ain't gonna let you get no money.
that's so damn ignorant. So okay, so if these niggas came up, everybody knows this rule exists with the civil rights, and if they're gonna come out with this thing that's gonna address this quote unquote systemic oppression against white men, and then they know that there's other people that was afflicted by. As a matter of fact, they use Asians to kind of fund this, to spearhead this anti-affirmative vaccine agenda in schools and stuff like that.
And they still didn't get in. I just want that to be known.
Yes, and yes, the Asians their numbers did plummet in those schools 1,000%. So that was extremely ironic.
Gotcha, bitch.
But yeah, if they actually gonna come up with this legislation that's supposed to, yes, as you said, they advertise it for like a very specific demographic, but they know it. Hey, they have to like invite everybody in. But if
in the verbiage, but are we going to do that?
But if let's say any Chinese person step up and say, hey, yeah, so I was afflicted by this affirmative action thing, I would like as some assistance here to be service or whatever, and they turn that dude away just cause.
Because you're Asian. We're not doing this for you. It's reparation for white men. We said the white men in the commercial.
Hell no.
We never even told you guys to come. Now you know about
it. Hey man, look, y'all saw what happened to Vivek Ramaswamy. Okay, they pretty much kicked that nigga out the party. Like that I forgot what that lady name. Some white lady, man. She literally told him, hey, I'm not gonna vote for you because you're Indian. Did she literally say that in the camera? Like listen, bro. Y'all want to do this Republican thing, black people? Then by all means, but y'all gonna be in for a rude awakening. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
No, we fuck with it. As a culture, we champion it. We absolutely do. And you don't give y'all shit except for gay marriage. You know I know that. That's why I ain't arguing with you. So absolutely, I'm a straight up and down Republican. And matter of fact, people need to really understand their history because Republicans were the party of black people. It's the original party of black people. They were the party that actually freed the slaves. Lincoln was a straight up Republican. When you talk about emancipation,
Hold on.
when you talk about what we stood for, conservative means that we're Christians. It means that we don't fuck with that gay shit.
That's not what conservatives mean, bro. There's gay people in the conservative party. Did he know? How come he didn't know that?
Because they're not promoted. They're more masculine gay people, not feminine.
I think if you seen Milo Yiannopoulos, whatever that dude's name is, Milo Yiannopoulos or whatever, Rob Smith, they call him Rob Bussy Smith. They literally white dudes.
Make fun of the nigga too. You're Rob Bussy. You're Republican, but you one of them gay Republicans. You know what I'm saying? Could you fuck with us? But you booty digger.
Bro, they surrounded this dude and said, he said they was surrounding him and just shouting gay sex. They surrounded him. The white men surrounded Rob Bussy Smith and screamed gay sex, gay.
And why they were saying that to this man?
And you know what he said? He said, "That's right, guys. Nick Fuentes loves gay sex."
Oh yeah, we get the fuck out of here.
You know what I'm saying? Like this.
That's the epitome. You with gay shit. You're conservative. You wearing that conservative badge, and yeah, this is wild. I guess y'all just the DL niggas. Then I guess conservative mean DL.
That dude he's not DL at all, bro. Nick Fuentes got exposed on
That's
social
the
media.
dude that like to talk about Hitler, right?
And he also like talking about messing around with kids like 14-year-old girls.
So he likes to play with other people's balls and mess with little girls. He's the epitome of a scumbag, and y'all love to wear that. Okay.
This is the people y'all want to join. Like that's your decision. Listen, the Democratic Party, I get it. Democratic Party has definitely have not shown the black people the love that we deserve, 1,000%, especially for as much as hard as we support them. I get it. I completely get it. But going scorched earth ain't the move, man. Like it literally just requires you to start voting your local elections, going to your local shits, and shit. Maybe you need to start running for office, something like that. If you know your shit, if you know the laws and stuff like that, and know what you can push for, get involved, bro. And it's as simple as that, man. What do you say?
Yeah, so y'all 100% disagree the way he moves. Y'all completely agree with Corey. I mean, yeah, I would have slapped the shit out of him.
I guess we're right. Yeah, I mean, bro.
I roll with Corey. I mean, I'm not really an Anton Daniels fan. Some days he be spitting. Most days he's in the foul area. You know, he's entertaining sometimes, but he is a guy that will, get up under my skin because there's never, and there's just so many other black people that think like that, and it's just disappointing to me because they try to act like they're so smart and educated, but I feel like they're some of the most least educated people because they tell you a story, they tell you certain things of this story, and they twisted it without the context. And I always want to say, like, his context and everything he say, he's only giving you half truths, and that's all he does is do a lot of half truths and a whole lot of lying after that.
So what Craig said, Corey Holcomb's homeboy.
I didn't watch these. I saw it pop over, but I ain't look at it.
His whole thing was like he explained something called the Texas sharpshooter fallacy.
I think I heard that word, Texas sharpshooter. I did see that. I did hear that. I heard that.
You basically, all it really is you have a narrative that you want to pass, right? So you just bring in all of the information necessary to make that narrative seem like actual thing. Mm-hmm. But when you start to add in the context, everything, when you start adding them,
it falls apart.
It falls apart. Yeah. Absolutely. So.
Who was Chris Hansen? Who's that? Chris Hansen. I heard that name too. Who's that?
Chris Hansen. Ain't that like he like some TV guy, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
He goes, go ahead and read it, you want to. Oh, wait. Oh, no, Chris, Chris Hansen was that dude.
I know his name.
No, it was the dude that used to break, to catch a predator.
Oh, yeah, definitely gonna get his little weird ass, yeah.
Yeah, that was for Nick Fuentes. Yeah. So because he literally said, bro, what did he say verbatim? I don't know if I can say if I can remember what he said verbatim. It was something along the lines of, yeah, I remember it. So I actually had it written down. This nigga Nick Fuentes basically said, women, the feminist movement actually created the word PDF file, right? Mm-hmm. To essentially like gaslight men into valuing older women, basically. All right. So, so he's doing this thing where he's trying to pass this. Hey, we black folks need to join the Republican Party thing again. Which I did miss the point that he said that he tried to say earlier about black people being like the original or the original Republican Party and all that.
Like in the fucking 1700s. I'm not saying with W.D. Du Bois and all them. That's when as I think at that time they said black people held around a total of 76 houses in the Republican seat. That's when a lot of shit was getting passed, a lot of shit was getting done around that time. Not 17, that's 18, because W. Du Bois was born in the 18s. And he died in like the, I think, 60s.
Early 1900s, very early 1900s. I forgot though, but go ahead.
It's around that little time. That's, black people were within those seats, and those are all people that were once slaves and got freed and did all these little things like that. But he's talking about in the era of Lincoln. He wasn't even talking about the era of W.D. Du Bois. Black people wasn't fucking Republicans did because they were fucking slaves. So he's trying to say the Republicans freed the slaves. Lincoln didn't free the slaves. That wasn't big. And see, he's telling he's not telling the whole story. That's what America likes to tell you, but that's not true. Lincoln didn't have no choice. Like they said, over about 1 million motherfucking black men came up to the shores talking about they fighting for freedom. And they want to join the army. They were always talking about sending them niggas back, but they was like, fuck it, they may make them niggas fight. So, well, fuck it, we just gonna give them their freedom if they fight with us. That was never something he wanted to do. He also said it out of his mouth. I don't plan on freeing no slaves. It was never about freeing the slaves. It was about them niggas trying to not give up the money to the North. They tried to turn it into Lincoln, started the Revolutionary War with the South and the North so he could free niggas, and that's not true. And stop running with that shit. That is not fucking true.
Yeah.
And then the Republican Party, if you want to talk about what black people were, that was around W.B. Du Bois time. And they flipped later down the line with Martin Luther King because the Republicans wasn't trying to give niggas civil rights. So tell us why we stopped.
Well, the conservatives didn't want to give them civil rights.
The conservatives, but that was the Republicans at the time. The conservative Republicans didn't want to give black people civil rights, so we had to go mess with Kennedy and the Democrat side.
So so don't forget about like the Southern Dixiecrats, whom were Southern Democrats, and whom flipped to red once the civil rights era.
We went over to the Democrats.
So
therefore, all the racist Republicans. That's why the black people said the Republicans are racist, because they were all once Democrats, and when we flipped, they went to the red side. So tell the story how it's supposed to be told, bro. If you're gonna tell it. Stop giving people half truths. And that's like my biggest problem with him. And that's why he's the biggest weapon against black people, because he gives niggas half truth, and niggas run with it because niggas don't like to do research and take what for what a nigga tell you. You know what I'm saying? That's
pretty much what it is. Yeah, once you pretty much laid it all out. Like the nuance, the nuance very much so matters. Like this at the very. I don't know why he think he can just come on this podcast and just spread all this type of misinformation, because it's on the internet. Like all people, I guess he expects people to just take him for his word and not go back and research, and he doesn't expect smarter people to actually watch.
Most people don't.
I mean, no, but okay. Well, most people, of course, most people don't. But like, even though like people like me and you will actually be watching this shit, and react to it, and then put it out there and bring out the actual the real information.
Yeah, but we didn't research it. We already knew.
I mean, that's a whole nother, of course. But you get the point I'm making though. Like I don't know why he expect this shit to actually fly. You know what I'm saying? When there's so many of us out here. It flies
because nobody makes content and exposing him for saying that he's wrong. Then he has a bunch of group of black people in this circle of these black conservatives, these panels. They all, respect his opinion and hold him in high regard. So when other niggas see other dumb niggas doing some other dumb nigga shit, you get more dumb monkeys to do more dumb monkey shit. And that's what he does. And I hate to say it because that's what it is. It's just, the blind leading the blind.
Yeah.
And he's just one of the loudest in the room. And because you respect his opinion, because at the end of the day, I always go back to, I got money, nigga. You broke. How you smarter than me if you ain't got no money? Smarts does not equal success. That's just not true.
So as a matter of fact, the people that do the most research, do the most reading, they ain't got no money because a lot of times they not applying it. You know what I'm saying? But
of this nation that flat out runs shit, and if ain't nobody got the power to uproot them, then we're gonna keep having people paying a whole bunch of money for houses, and a fire hydrant don't work in front of it, but they'll charge you for the fire hydrant in front of your house.
But we got a less than 20% voter turnout rate in a local election.
Well, you understand voting don't work, right? It doesn't. How?
It does, but you just missed it. We have a less.
I heard everything you said. I can't wait till you tell me how voting makes a difference in this country.
We have a less than 20% voter turnout rate in local.
Ain't nobody going for the sucker shit no more. We got to go. You got to uproot the people in power before a real difference happens. Voting is for suckers.
It's not. People that don't vote are ignorant as fuck.
Well, I guess I'm ignorant because I was never.
all right, so yeah, Corey's wrong, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, like he said, everything has context in what he said. Black people feel like that it don't work because we've been voting and we try and nothing even goes our way. When every person say they're going to do something for us or they're going to do this, do that, we get burnt every time. So you come into a group of people that don't care about it no more because, hey, bro, I done voted, ain't shit never changed. Shit just keep getting worse under any banner. It can be red or blue. Nobody seems to fix the problem. So you just say, fuck it, I stay home. Why stand out in the cold?
I don't know. I don't really agree with that. Well, I mean,
I'm not saying you gotta agree with it, but
that's like the older.
I'm just
That's like the older generation, but like the younger people never voted.
Because they've been taught from them that it don't fucking matter. Because they didn't watch their fucking ancestors vote. It didn't shit change. Niggas always complain and every politician backstab you. It's like, that's the problem. Every time a politician say they're going to do something and it just never happens that way. It just don't happen that way. And I hate to say it, Trump is like the first nigga to say what the fuck he was going to do and actually do it exactly down to the T. That's why
no. He didn't even do that.
No, I'm talking about what he's doing right now. Most of the things he said he was going to do, he's kind of done it.
Okay, most of the things, but a lot of politicians still like got they still met their campaign promises and stuff like that, but maybe not all of them. You can say that about everybody.
I mean, I'm gonna say this. Maybe they did the smaller ones. He didn't did his shit, the large stuff that he promised. He didn't did the big shit that he promised. I'm saying like most times they don't do the big shit, like with Joe Biden, right, with the loan forgiveness. He sold it. Everybody gonna get forgiven. This, that, and the third. But when it came down to the time, it was only a small group of people that got forgiven. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
But when it was sold to you, that's why we voted for you, because we thought you was gonna help out everybody. But when it was time to help out everybody, they said, well, you can't help out everybody. We'll let you help out some, but not everybody. So that's what people be talking about. So you can say he fulfilled his campaign promise. Yeah, he partially did, because he promised that to all. Everybody would be okay. Everybody would get this relief, but it didn't happen that way.
I'm not gonna stay on this too long. I'm gonna say this. For everybody out there, I can't go to Illinois. Well, if you're from Illinois, I'm pretty sure every state has its own like little thing. But like, go to Illinois voter. Let me look it up real quick. Illinois voter something. Yeah, so Illinois voter guide. I'm pretty sure every state has its own like voter guide. You go to that and you study. You learn who your state representatives are, your senator, your Congress people, and then there's also like a database as to everything that you voted yes and everything that you voted no on. You know what I'm saying? And if the person that represents you is voting for a bunch of bullshit, you need to hold those people accountable by telling your neighbor, hey, this person on bullshit. Let's get rid of them, and then you voted somebody else that can at the very least vote yay on the things that you need them to pass, and nay on the nonsense. That's how we influence. That's how we influence our nation with our vote. I mean, yes, there's gonna be a bunch of mayors and governors that's not going to help us and all that stuff. But when he's talking about vote locally and vote, down ballot and stuff like that, he's not. That's not talking about just voting blue no matter who. It's about voting the right people in, no matter if they're blue or red. I respect that type of. If somebody's a Republican and it just meets what they talking about, what they're vouching for, it meets the qualifications that's going to assist you and your family, then go for that person. You know what I'm saying? But to say, I mean, what Corey, the reason I disagree with him is because for him to just say that, okay, that's all we did this entire time. Okay, yes, niggas did vote a whole lot of blue. We get it, but they didn't vote with a lot of intelligence. They didn't vote with a high IQ. They just voted blue no matter who.
When I was younger,
that's facts.
I used to I vote a little bit of blue, a little bit of red, a little bit of blue, a little bit of red. I didn't know nothing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just being honest with you, so I never even when I did all blue like my grandma told me. They did. When he right, they did tell you that. Don't vote for them red motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers is racist little crackers. I'm like, well, shit, the blue niggas is racist crackers too. But these are different racist crackers. So
y'all funny as hell. Your family funny. I mean, I get it though. And the way my people were explaining it was like Republicans was more so focused on like infrastructure type of things than Democrats like humans and stuff like that. And that was a little bit too basic too and stuff like that. And it took me into my late 30s to realize how robust this type of these conversations are supposed to be before we're actually educated. Anyway, but whatever. I mean, hey, if that's okay, if you disagree with me, that's what this platform is about. You know what I'm saying?
You in LA. I'm in Detroit. I'm in the blackest city in the United States. I can move anywhere I want to go.
They don't live in the heart of the streets, nigga. Yeah, with a nice suburb in the heart of white people. Come on, man. I'm in the blackest city.
Hold on.
And I choose to participate in my neighborhood. I choose to tap to the streets. I choose to put kids in college. I choose to interact and truly use my tax dollars or whatever it is and give jobs. I employ over 50 people. I put my money in my community with my people. So I choose to engage. So when we talking about being in the streets, that don't count to me. I don't get it.
All right. So what did we talk about earlier today? Remember that thing I said? Hey, don't forget about this one detail that he said, especially.
Group economics. Yeah.
So he's practicing group economics, right?
That's what he said.
In a black neighborhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
It sound like another contradiction to me.
It most likely in a white neighborhood because he's like he.
Oh,
like
well,
he,
so you said, okay.
Like he said all the time, I ain't gonna put my business around no niggas. Fuck up my money. I'm putting my
Oh
shit with black
no,
people.
I was trying to give him
Give
some
my
props.
I don't know if he even did that.
Wait, he said, I think I've heard people say that he around black people. He keeps himself around black people. That's what people are saying, okay?
He's around certain black people that think like him.
Oh damn! All right. Well, if that's my bad. I try to give him a bone, y'all. But so if that's the case, then it is what it is. But
I don't know what the man doing. I'm just saying what he says out his mouth. What he say.
He's saying my people. So he ain't saying. I mean, it's like I think he felt like he caught himself.
I mean, he confused me. He just said he wasn't black. What's my people?
That's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm making.
See what I'm saying? Like, what we doing? Other day, you just said my people ain't black. I'm Christian. So you talking about Christian niggas? What we talking about? Christian white people? That can be anybody. Christian Native Americans, Christian Mexicans. Shit, that's a whole group of different type of people. But I'm just trying to hold you to your word to what you say you was. You just told me you wasn't black, nigga. You said you ain't black. You said this. It's not what you is. I'm Christian.
So that's definitely something I definitely had to clock that shit because 1000% that dude earlier talking about he ain't trying to subscribe to no racial whatever. But like now, son, he all know. I mean, as soon as Anton Daniels said something about being in the streets and all this stuff, he has to pump his chest out. But in that moment, in the heat of the moment, he realized he's contradicting himself. You know what I'm saying? So now you Mr. Blackity Black, and now you went Mr. Group Economics and shit like that because Corey Holcomb almost one upped you. You know what I'm saying? So man, like these types of conversations to require people to actually are actual intellectual critical thinkers. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's gonna go over your head.
We can talk about this because we're talking from a third perspective. It's different in a
no.
moment. You know what I'm saying?
No, this ain't about Corey. You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm talking about like everybody else that's having these conversations. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, this ain't. No, I ain't. No, but yeah, mind you, like I said, the only thing I disagree with Corey here is about the voting shit. So I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to keep it balanced, but shit, I can't. It's only so much I can agree with on the coon because this is what it is.
I'm not gonna tell people not to go vote. I understand the sentiment of where that reason comes from. That's all I was trying to explain. I'm never telling people not to go vote. You know what I'm saying? But I understand the sentiment.
When it comes to like these type of conversations, it just require people like me and you that actually like can hear really well and actually process
him and stop him when he's trying to mislead you in the conversation in the context.
Right. And it's just like what Craig said. There's this fallacy style where you'll pull in just enough information, not all the information, not enough information, or
half truth.
Yeah, the half truth. You apply a bunch of half truths to create a narrative, and that actually sound like it means something.
Yeah.
I think Anton is a pretty smart dude, but he tried to pass off as his. You don't agree, huh?
I mean, yeah, he's a smart dude who manipulate a bunch of stupid niggas.
Never mind. I'll take it back.
That's all he is a person. Because last time I checked, they said he like. I gotta go back and look at his other content. I haven't, but they said he used to have this pro-black statement. He was trying to get the blessings of black people. Then he turned against niggas when he was on the
clubhouse.
Yeah, he had a different type of message. Then when he found out I can make a lot of money talking bad about niggas and acting like I care about niggas and still talk bad about them, oh, this is great. And then white people love me. That's cool. If that's what you want to do to get money, you be a sellout, that's cool. But just wear that sellout badge on your chest, nigga, but it is what it is. Yeah.
So I'm completely with you on that one, man. Overall though, like I said, it really wasn't the best conversation. I really wish Corey knew his stuff like that.
But he's not qualified. He's not qualified to have that conversation.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to say he's not that type of person, but he's not really qualified to have that type of conversation. He know a little bit, and he the same type of person. He know a lot of half truths and don't know the whole truth too.
Yeah.
So that's why he couldn't speak on the whole truth. He said he just know bits and pods. Yeah. So that's why he couldn't counter his conversation because he only know a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So that is what it is.
Yeah, if nothing else, I'm definitely glad he had this. I'm glad he had the conversation. We do like to see opposing, views, opposing titans step up and have big brain, intellectual discussion, stuff like that. But like I want, for everybody that's watching this, I do have a video recommendation that's not by me. If you want to see something like, if you want to see two people of opposing views who talk politics that's for real about this, search Charlie Kirk. I know y'all know who that is, versus Brianna Joy Gray here on YouTube. That's a very, very good conversation between, again, two opposing views. You can also listen to people like Parker Get a Job. So yeah, I am giving free clout out here. And then maybe Antonio Speaks too. I like those guys too as well. But anyway, man, it's been real, y'all. It's been Chicago Black Delegation. We'll catch you on the flip side.